Hello everyone, my name is Chance Brunton and welcome back to Virtue's Last Reward. I'm joined once again by Tyler.
Hello.
Last time we finished the security room, and so now we can get caught up with everybody and figure out just what the heck is going on in this route, because we're towards the end and things are a bit crazy.
Not that there's many everybody's left.
Yeah, if we can find anyone. The lock for the door. It says lock. I'm gonna open it, okay? You ready? Yes, of course I am. Get on with it. Right. Here we go. Then. 3, 2, 1. Always need the countdown and the permission. Achievement unlocked. Master of Escapology.
Wait.
I guess we've done enough escape rooms for that.
Yeah, or is it enough, or is it like the last tier? No, escape from 8 rooms in Virtue's Last Reward. That's what it is.
I just realized something.
What's that?
When we were looking at the security footage earlier, we were just looking for live feeds. We were trying to figure out where the others are, what they were up to, if they were alive, and so on.
Uh-huh.
But we totally forgot that security systems like this can do more than show you live footage.
They can show you past footage.
Are you following me?
Yeah.
Yeah! You're talking about stuff that's been recorded, right? Footage of the past.
You already sort of figured this out.
Yeah. If they store that, we might be able to see it.
Yeah. I don't know how much luck we'll have, but it's worth a shot.
I'm actually surprised that Sigma figured it out, because I thought that it was going to be for sure him going, yeah, but,
explain it to me.
Explain it for the rest of us, yeah. Definitely. What do we do?
Leave that to me.
You know how to use this thing?
Well, it was designed so that a human could operate it. That means there's a logic to how it's set up. A computer computes, a calculator calculates, and an automobile mobiles. Everything's designed to do something, and once you know what, you can start guessing how.
Most of those things come with a manual, though.
Once you start to figure out how to get it to do things, it's just a question of playing with it until it does the things you want it to.
Yeah. Though, like...
See?
Like with a car, you might cause a crash, but you can't exactly crash yourself into a building with a computer.
Well, I mean, you can crash a computer.
I guess, yeah. But then that just means that you might as well have done nothing, anyways.
And crashing a car has more value to it?
Well, like, you can die from crashing a car, you can't die from crashing a computer.
True. Monitoring video data. Looks like this is it. Good work.
Knock it off. Makes it sound like you're better than me or something.
You say good work to us all the time.
Yeah. Wait. What the heck is this? Everything says no data. Yeah, that's because our opponent is an AI who's already wiped the system, hasn't they? Haven't they?
Let's check the log. Damn it. This isn't good. Looks like all the video data was removed before we got here.
By 0.
That would be my guess. All it says here is administrator.
Damn. Well, that's a little frustrating. That footage could have told us a lot.
Yeah. It might have given us what we need to figure out who the killer is, too. The camera in room 2 in the crew quarters would have recorded what happened to Alice and Luna. Same for the old woman in the warehouse. And if there was a recording of us being carried into the AB rooms, we could have even figured out who Zero Senior is.
Hey, what's this?
You want to open it?
Yeah.
It says Gollum status.
That should be the system logs of those robots. I told you about them in the pantry, remember?
Yeah. You mean the room full of robots on the other side of the green door?
Yeah.
Here we go.
There might be something overlooked. Shoot! Or not. Everything here's been erased too. What about our friend, He's not on that list so far.
Looks like it.
Yeah,
Scroll down.
there's no GOLM.
I guess there isn't anything we can... Wait a second.
What is it?
There's a scroll bar. Yeah. Try scrolling. There he is. I knew it! That golem we met is still functional.
What do you mean? I thought you told me Gollum, or whatever his name was, started spitting smoke and keeled over.
Yeah, but that was his body, not his core. Yeah. But he said that his... What passes for a golem's brain, I guess, was in the main computer. Only his body was disabled. His brain probably still functioning. Can we see his logs?
Already on it. Here you are.
Then, try the one that says cache. These file names all just seem like random characters. Whatever. Just pick one and open it, I guess.
Sure. This is...
Yeah, that's what I thought. He was watching the security cameras, so he saw a lot. This is probably from right after Kay decked us. We'll be tossed into that white door on the left in a minute.
Well, yeah, he did knock you guys off. Not knock out, but basically knock out.
Yeah. Disabled us temporarily. Knocked the wind out of us.
Mm-hmm.
Just watch. I wouldn't be watching this one. I'd be moving, because Zero's probably... If Zero realizes what we're up to, I would imagine he's gonna emergency start deleting stuff. And so we need to be quick on looking at the more important logs.
Well, if he... Presumably, if he's got Zero the Third with him deleting stuff, he could instantly just delete everything. If he didn't want us to see it.
Well,
So-
I'm guessing that this is something that Zero's overlooked.
Well,
And so it's taking him time to realize what's going on.
I would think Zero the Third would immediately realize, though, and so if Zero wanted it deleted, it would already be too late.
Maybe?
And
I mean, I'm just thinking that, maybe this is a case of him being fallible, and we don't know if he's allowing this to happen,
I guess,
or if this is an opportunity that we're taking advantage of something. And so I'm just my mindset is, on the off chance that this is a limited opportunity, we need to be moving quick to capitalize on it.
I guess, yeah.
interesting. This is the footage the Golem pulled from the main server. The original data was deleted, but it looks like the stuff he pulled is still here.
Also, because, the fact that this was originally deleted does indicate that Zero does not want us to see it. But
guess, yeah.
it might be that the reason we have an opportunity here is because maybe Zero didn't anticipate that this stuff was pulled by Golem. And now Zero knows.
Yeah.
But because their systems are partially separate, Zero doesn't have direct access to be able to delete all this. So maybe in the background, Zero is scrambling to try and do something to stop us.
Maybe, yeah.
And, for example, Zero might be trying to break through the, encryption firewalls or whatever that are preventing him from deleting it. Maybe he's trying to gain administrator access over Golem. But he has to overcome Golem's security to do that, and so that's taking time.
I feel like Zero would have administration over Golem, but whatever.
Maybe. I'm just, guessing.
Yeah.
So, if we go back through these files...
Yeah. We might be able to figure out who the killer is. Maybe even who Zero Senior is.
Nice! Great work, Sigma.
Come on. I told you I don't need you kissing my ass. Besides, it's not like I really did anything. We started going through the rest of the files. The security footage showed Kay and Dio clearly passing through the white door on the far right.
Good. Looks like they're both fine.
That just leaves Temyoji, Clover, and Quark.
Yeah, just
I
a
opened
third
my-
of the original group.
Yeah. I opened my mouth to continue, and then it happened. My vision suddenly blurred, and, shaking my head, did nothing to clear it. I staggered, my balance gone. What? Why is she talking like that? She sounds like someone's playing a tape of her voice all sped up. What is going on here? Maybe we've been injected from our gauntlet, or our bracelet. I can't understand what she's saying. And why she's moving so fast. It's like watching a video on fast forward. What the hell is... Wait, could it be me? Maybe my brain is slowing down somehow. So it just looks like everything is speeding up. I still couldn't make out what she was saying, so I just nodded weakly. My eyes drifted shut as I tried to sort out what was happening to me.
You could actually still read the words, there was just no spaces in them. If you really wanted to
Her
look
dialogue.
at it. Yeah.
I mean, I could hear what she was saying.
Oh.
Was that not audible?
I had trouble hearing the last one, but it wasn't too important,
okay.
I guess.
Yeah, all she was saying was things about sitting down on the couch,
Yeah.
and you don't look so good. I woke up several minutes later. When I opened my eyes, the first thing I saw was the ceiling of the security office. I thought that was going to be route end right there. I didn't think we were waking up from that.
Well, it'd be kind of disappointing to solve a puzzle only for it to be kind of pointless.
Yeah, well, what I figured was that it was my immediate thought was something happened to trigger the injection of the bracelet. Although Phi's not reacting made that kind of weird. But I thought we were going to pass out and route end because we were going to die in our sleep. But before we pass out, we were going to like get a glimpse of one last security thing going by. And that was going to give us some critical information. So we'd see, oh my God, so-and-so must be Zero. Clonk, unconscious. I sat up slowly, rubbing tenderly at my head. Phi, who had been sitting in front of one of the monitors, stood up and walked over as soon as she heard me move.
You okay?
Her voice sounded normal again. And she wasn't moving strangely either. Whatever had been happening seemed to have stopped. I let out a quiet sigh of relief. Yeah, I'm fine. Don't worry about it.
You sure?
Yeah.
That's good. You really looked like you'd lost it for a minute there.
Well, I seem to have found it again. This is the security office. Maybe they've got a lost and found?
Your sanity's pretty easy to miss. I'm surprised anyone found it, let alone turned it in. Well, looks like I don't have anything to worry about.
Yeah. I think I must just be getting tired. Kinda surprised it didn't catch up to me sooner.
I hope that's all it is. You haven't caught a disease or something, have you?
Uh-oh. For just a moment I thought of Radical 6. But I didn't want to worry Phi if I didn't have to. Better to stay quiet about it.
Well, you're looking a lot better, so I can stop worrying, right?
What are you, my mom?
Fine. No more check-ins. Anyway, I figured something out while you were resting. Come have a look at this.
How long were we out? What is it?
Footage from room 2 in the crew quarters. The room where we found Alice and Luna. I dug it out of Gollum's cache.
When was this recorded?
You'll see in a minute.
Up there on the right. That looks like some sort of time code.
Can you figure it out?
Seems blurry, though.
Yeah.
No.
I don't actually remember the numbers there being there. but I guess.
It's just a bunch of numbers. I can't make heads or tails of it.
Yeah. The central server seems to be using its own time system. Files appear to be named based on that system. They might as well be random to you and me, which made it pretty hard to find this gem.
Huh? Oh, it's Kay.
Yeah.
He looks at it. He looks at his bracelet here, probably checking how much time is left.
I'll just pause that and magnify it.
21 minutes. So that means this footage is from 21 minutes before the primary doors opened, right?
Exactly.
Before the primary doors opened.
Yeah, I think it means they're chromatic doors. Like the white doors, I think.
Oh, color what? Well, wait, or does he mean primary like colors, like the red, blue, green doors?
I think it's meant to be the chromatic white doors, because not much happened with Kay that I remember from 21 minutes before the red, blue, green doors. Well, like, at this time, he just finished trying to resuscitate Luna.
Oh, yeah, Sigma. And that would have been the white doors in this case, right?
Yes. After Kay leaves this room, it's about 2 minutes before he comes back with you and me.
There were 20 minutes on the clock when we met up with him, right? So that means what we're seeing here is Kay 1 minute before he saw us.
Right.
That means this is right after he tried to resuscitate Luna. But Luna's not there.
Yeah, if you believe him. The
There's-
footage here doesn't show any of that.
There is, like, some space behind the camera,
There is. Yeah.
which is where Luna and I think Alice would also be.
Also, why is he like half disrobed? Is my...
That's just always what he looks like.
Is
So,
it?
Yeah.
I guess I just haven't seen him from this angle.
Yeah, you haven't really seen his back besides when you were looking at his neck. So,
Are there any other angles?
I looked around, but I couldn't find one. The only stuff left is shot from this position. Even so, I think we've gotten our hands on something important.
You mean that this is a record of what happened right around the time of Luna's death, right?
Exactly. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's keep going. I'll move back to the start of this file so we can see it in chronological order. Let's say this is 0 hours, 0 minutes. After all, it's not like we know what time it actually is.
Right.
So, this is the start of our footage.
There's no one here.
Yeah. About a minute goes by before anyone shows up.
Wait. How do you know it's been a minute?
This.
Sure, do the video files not, like, at least within the video files, show the time that's played?
I guess not.
Yeah, can't you even just time it and keep flipping one of those hourglasses and be like, okay.
Yeah, that's exactly what she's about to show you.
Oh. So it is. Oh, that's the hourglass we used earlier.
Yeah. If I play it back at normal speed, I can measure time using this hourglass. Then I just add the time from the hourglass, and that's how far in we are.
Huh. Oh, someone's coming in. Luna! Is that Clover behind her?
Yeah. This is 0 hours, 1 minute.
This makes sense, because based on what we've learned so far, Clover probably thinks Luna murdered Alice.
Right now
yeah.
you and I are talking to Dio in the Floor B warehouse. With the time frame we've established, calculating what we're doing is pretty easy.
What's going on? Are they fighting? No, it's not really a fight. It looks like Clover's just going off on Luna. Luna's just staying silent and listening to her.
Yeah.
Can we hear them? Is there an audio track?
Want to listen to it?
What the hell is this?
Don't know. The audio data must have been transcoded into something else.
Well, we won't be able to understand anything in that.
Seen enough? I'm going to fast forward a little bit.
Huh?
Clover's interrogation goes on for a while, but it's all pretty much the same thing. Now, at 0 hours 10 minutes, things suddenly change. Here.
Hey! They're gone! As I watched, Clover moved steadily closer to Luna, who backed away almost as if she were frightened. Wait, if they're already gone, how is he watching that?
I think this is just supposed to be a static image to have his thoughts be shown.
Yeah, but he just said they're gone. Like in the dialogue.
Oh.
Clover continued her advance until she disappeared below the bottom edge of the screen. Is there another? No, you said this was it.
Yeah. This is the only one that I found. Shouldn't be too hard to guess what happened after you've seen the next part, though.
Clover left. She looked like she was kind of panicking.
Yeah. This is about 1 minute and 40 seconds after they both left the frame. So 0 hours 11 minutes 40 seconds.
Only Clover left. Luna's still in the room. That means...
Hold on. Wait until you've seen the whole thing before you start deducing. At 0 hours 12 minutes, another person comes in, just missing her.
Dio!
He said he was waiting at the white door, but obviously he's not.
He's disappeared too. Down below the bottom of the frame. What's he up to?
I don't know, but I'm pretty sure that whatever it was, he doesn't want us to know about it.
Why?
Remember what he said when you asked him about Quark?
How the fuck would I know? I've been here.
You're saying he was lying. He wasn't in the Floor B warehouse the whole time. He went to the crew quarters after we left him.
Yeah. So what would have been important enough for him to lie about it? We should consider that it might have been something bad.
And whatever it was, it happened during this time?
Yeah, I think so.
Alright, now he's left. And it looks like he left in a hurry.
Maybe he heard a noise.
Like what?
The cyan door opening? Now, 10 seconds after Dio leaves, a fourth person shows up. That brings us to 0 hours, 13 minutes, 10 seconds.
It's Kay. When he heard Kay open the cyan door, he panicked. Whatever he was up to, he didn't want Kay to catch him at it.
And then Kay disappears too.
Yeah, below the bottom of the frame, just like the others.
If Kay was telling the truth, this is where he begins to try and resuscitate Luna. Anyway, nothing happens for the next 16 minutes. It's just this. So I'll fast forward, all right?
Sure. I mean, that would be consistent
All right.
with Kay's story.
Should be around
Yeah.
here. One sec. Okay. You should see something you recognize in a minute here.
There's Kay coming in from the bottom of the frame. And he's checking the time on his bracelet. So we've come full circle, huh?
Yeah. We're back to 21 minutes before the primary doors open.
One thing I noticed is we didn't actually see anybody bring in the tranquilizer gun. So whoever brought it must have been hiding it.
Yeah, I guess.
And that means that we don't know who it was.
Yeah, we also don't know who took the knife, because that probably also happened within one of these three people's time in there.
I'm kind of almost tempted to say, because it's kind of a crazy out there theory, that maybe Alice was packing the tranquilizer gun, or not Alice, that Luna was packing it, and that she, committed suicide, and that's when Clover, panicked, what the hell, and ran out. So none of them are actually the killer, it was a suicide. But then maybe it was Dio who came and got the knife out or something.
For our arbitrary time code, that's 0 hours and 29 minutes. 1 minute later, at 0 hours 30 minutes, Kay heads to the Floor A warehouse.
Once he gets there, he'll tell us about Luna's death.
That's all the footage I wanted to show you. I've looked at it carefully, and I think it has something to tell us.
You mean who killed Luna, right?
Well, I can't say for sure. This footage makes for pretty shaky evidence, but it does suggest a very likely culprit. Who do you think it is?
It suggests a very limited set of culprits at the very least.
Yeah, 3
Yeah. I ran over the footage in my head.
or 4 if you consider suicide, I guess.
Yeah. It clears Quark.
Yeah.
And Temioji, for what it's worth. Though I didn't really have suspicions on Temioji in the first place.
Yeah.
Anybody else? I think everybody
well,
else is dead. I mean, it clears us.
You and Phi, but I think you were with Phi at, like, the entire time, so...
0 hours, 1 minute. Clover and Luna enter the room. For 9 minutes, Clover aggressively questions Luna. 0 hours, 10 minutes. They both move out of frame. 0 hours, 11 minutes, 40 seconds. Clover exits the room. 0 hours, 12 minutes. Dio enters the room. Dio also immediately exits the frame. It seems likely that Dio was up to no good during this period. 0 hours, 13 minutes. Dio exits the room. 0 hours, 13 minutes, 10 seconds. Kay enters the room.
I'm surprised
Kay also disappears from the camera's field of view.
I'm surprised in 10 seconds Kay wasn't able to see Dio. But
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's a decently long time. I would have thought he'd at least be able to hear him, though. But I guess Dio's being quiet. Still, the doors. How quiet can you be if you're going fast?
yeah, Dio only heard him because of doors, so, like, Kay could probably hear him because of doors, too.
It would make a lot more sense if, like, room 4 were open or something, and Dio had, like, rushed in there and missed him. And then the idea was that Dio left when Kay got us or something.
Yeah.
At this point, there are 16 minutes where nothing happens. 0 hours, 29 minutes. Kay enters the frame. He looks at his bracelet. It says 0:21, the remaining time until the primary doors open. There seems to be only one conclusion. The person who killed Luna is... I don't really know for sure that it's any of these options, but of these three, I suppose the most likely one is Clover. I think Dio probably got the knife. I think Kay is probably telling the truth because he was there for 16 minutes. Like, what else would he be doing for that 16 minutes? It's such an odd thing. I think his story actually checks out. But of these three, Clover is the most likely suspect. I still like the suicide theory, though. Clover.
What makes you think so? Luna could still have been alive after Clover left the room. Dio and Kay both went into the room after Clover. Either of them could have killed Luna too.
That footage alone isn't enough to tell us who the killer is. But if we take one other thing into account, then the case against Clover gets a lot stronger.
And what is that element?
Motive. Dio's behavior at the white doors, or that. Kay wanted us to enter the white doors. I told him I wouldn't leave 3 people to die. Do you remember what Dio said?
Use your fucking head for once. You're gonna get us killed.
He obviously knew that only you and I would be going through the door. Do you get it?
Yeah. He knew we had Luna's bracelet. Which means he also knew Luna was dead. Is that what you're getting at?
Exactly. If he didn't know she was dead, he would never have said that. The moment Kay suggested we go through the doors, he would have brought it up. That's impossible. How are they supposed to get through without Luna? But he didn't even mention her. Like he didn't expect her to be there. Why would he do that? I can only think of 2 reasons. 1, that when Dio entered that room, Luna was already dead. Or 2, he killed Luna himself. The second one doesn't seem likely, though. If Dio had killed Luna, he probably would have made a point to hide that. I'm guessing he probably would have asked where she was. Ah, now that makes sense. Where's Luna? Sigma and Phi won't be able to get through the white doors without her. He seems like the kind of guy who'd go out of his way to feign ignorance of a crime he committed. In this case, though, he said nothing. That doesn't clear him, of course, but it does make it a lot less likely that he was the killer. If he wasn't the killer, then we're left with only one other option.
When Dio entered the room, Luna was already dead.
Yeah, that's how I see it.
Interesting. That's pretty much what I thought too. And it does seem like Clover had a motive.
You mean what Alice noticed?
Yes. The movement of the A-B rooms convinced Alice that Luna had killed the old woman. Once Clover realized that, she probably started to think that Luna had killed Alice to keep her from telling anyone else the truth. She probably led Luna to the crew quarters to confront her. Maybe she hoped seeing Alice's corpse would cause Luna to confess.
So, one problem is that, is the location of this gun, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Clover has anywhere on her body she could hide the gun.
Yeah, I guess.
She's not really wearing a lot.
They probably, don't really think about that.
Maybe, but I mean, that's one of those things that would make me think, well, Luna's got a lot more place to hide it.
Yeah.
Maybe she knew something we don't. But Clover didn't get what she wanted. Luna didn't confess. Then, during her interrogation, something happened. It's hard to say what. Luna might have said something that set Clover off. Or maybe she admitted to a crime she didn't commit just to get Clover to stop. Whatever it was, something happened that drove Clover to murder.
When did Clover get the injection gun? Maybe Luna was already carrying it for self-defense and Clover wrestled it from her?
I would guess after she went through the yellow door, she would have been exploring the infirmary with Alice and Kay. That seems the most likely place to find it. Anyway, this is all just a theory, right? We don't have any proof, so keep it quiet, okay?
Yeah, I know. If anyone is still alive to tell, that is.
Yeah.
Oh, there was one last thing. Was there any other footage that showed anything?
No, nothing to tell us where Clover, Tenmyoji, and Quark went. And nothing about the old woman or Alice's murders either.
So, Zero Senior's identity?
Still unknown.
Okay. Well, let's go find Clover. I guess we're not going to know the truth unless we get it straight from the horse's mouth.
I wonder if Clover's even alive.
She is. She has to be.
I sure hope so.
Seems a lot more likely that she's not alive.
Yeah.